Hey, I'm Mike Tuccinardi with Carolina Aquatics, showing you some freshwater highlights from this week. We got a great Columbia shipment in last week and some really interesting fish on it that were a direct result of my last trip to Columbia about a month ago. I got to visit our supplier there and bring in some cool stuff you don't normally see in the hobby or trade. One of them is a Cory cat, which of course are one of the most popular groups of freshwater fish that I had never seen or heard of before. It's called the CW27 or lightning bolt Cory. It's an undescribed species found in the Orinoco Basin. I visited and fished the Atabapo River on the border of Colombia and Venezuela as part of my trip. And in one of the small creeks that we went off exploring for fish, we got to see a whole show of these in the wild. And they're beautiful species with a high dorsal fin and a really cool marking down the back, which gives them their common name. We found them in really warm water, very acidic, on a rocky substrate, and hundreds and hundreds of these all in one big shoal. It was a beautiful scene. I was so excited when our supplier there offered a few of them for sale for us. So we brought these in, and they seem to be a hardy, really active species. Definitely been popular already. This species would definitely do great in a blackwater aquarium or a planted tank, but they seem to be extremely hardy and adaptable and would do well in a wide range of conditions. A school of these guys, even though these are small. So to give you an idea of how these guys got all the way to Kernersville, North Carolina, we collected a group of them outside of Puerto Inirida in Colombia on the Venezuela border from a little creek called Caño Carbón. And that means charcoal creek, and it's named because the water is dark, dark, dark like charcoal, stained from all the tannins and leaves in it. They went from there to our supplier's supplier, then on to Bogota in Colombia by plane, then made their way all the way up here on our last import. They're doing really well and definitely an oddball species you don't see too often in the trade.